Hi, this is Hattie the Matty, and I'm Hattie the Matty is alive on this moment on Refill Lifestyle, and it's 7 o'clock. So I hope everyone can enjoy here on the chat, on the email with me this evening. It is a special moment because this weekend we had special days, and that's my subject for this evening also. So come over and go subscribe and join me in this live stream moment. Hello, everyone. This is the Monday evening, and Monday evening is always doing in English. This is what I try to do, and I hope everybody can enjoy me here. So, for the people who recognize me, I've this disconnection. Yes, I'm back here. Sometimes my computer is giving a connections problem, so that's what it is. My email is Hattie de Matty, and I will type it in so you can see in a chat box with how it's spelled. Hattie de Matty is my first name, my middle name, last name, and hotmail.com is the extension. So and then send. And so you can see on the chat why everybody can come in the chat, of course. So everybody's welcome in this special evening, because this is the first Monday in the new month of November. And the month November is the number 11. It's one of the special numbers we have. Of course, there is something going on in your life, but also all the people who was born in this life, in this month, they are very special because they are masters. And masters have an extra dimension, an extra task to do in this life. So be welcome if you are now months, and also happy birthday if you have your birthday this month. I hope there is coming more people into the chat. I just invite also the person who is keeping my website on. You can see on my website www.refeellifestyle.com. It's an international page. I'm very proud to do it. Yeah, good. And it's the host for this whole nice website is Livio, and Livio is in the chat. Yes, hello Livio. He's coming from Mauritius, so it's very special for me that he is now online. So hello, and I hope to meet more people from the whole world, of course, here. Not on this moment, but maybe later on. But come and join me, and invite all your friends and family, because it's nice to have them here. The reason why I do the live stream, hi. Oh, it's so very nice. Hello. I hope the Dutch friends are coming so also here in the live stream. I don't know if they already have the time for it, but hello, Livio. Yes, it's just a moment. Of course. Have a good evening over everywhere, and also maybe good morning, good afternoon, because 6 hours in front of us, it's Australian. 6 hours after us, it's Canada, America, the USA, what we say. Yes, a very special time over there because they have elections over there. And of course, everybody can know for themselves what they gonna choose for, but I hope the lady will win over there. I hope it, because females are most time more thinking about what is coming on, and So yeah, I hope so. But that's personal. I do understand. And so if you are a Trump fan, be welcome here too. But yes, I like the other person over there. Yep. So this evening, what I will do is I have a subject from all kinds of about spiritual things, because I have a spiritual channel and I love to be around with the other world. I do it already 25 years, so it's not new. It's new that I've been here on internet, but it's not new that I work with the other world. I always believe, and that's what my believing is that there is two worlds. One world, we are physical, just like in our body. We are here, just like a human being. And the other world, call it just the way you would like to do, but I call it heaven. And you come from the heaven to this earth, and you have a birth with a little child. As a little child, you are coming here, and after a couple years, after a couple years, then you have to think about what you would like to reach in this life, your goals you need to do. So everything is going on if you are here on Earth. You have goals, you have targets, you have things to do, to compliments, to learn, all the kind of stuff. And if you are done with your life, it's just like if you go to school and you have chosen all the things what you would like to do, you're completely packaged. It's just like an example, and if you choose for 5 different kind of languages, exactly, that's good for you. If you just choose for 3, it's also good to do. So it's your own choice what you would like to do on Earth, and it's my duty to teach another person. And all the people who has birth and have in a month November, they are also teachers, helping to teach, to guide other people. That's what we have to do. Next to the things what we have to do personal. So our personal developing is what we have to do as a human being, but on the same time we have another job to compliments, and that is helping other people, being a light worker. Exactly. And if you are a light worker in the earlier days, just years ago, some people about what is happening here, but also giving the right example to the other persons. They have good people. They will be, and then what it is called, and that's what we try to do this evening. We had this weekend All Saints Day and All Souls Day. November the 1st, there was the Saints Day. It's a Catholic festival from the Catholic Church. They honor more than 100,000 saints. You only become a saint when the church declares it's so. So first you have to do something good for the other people, and later on, if you are not here anymore, they have to declare that you are a saint, and then you got your own date. But all the saints together have their one day, and that's November the 1st. November the 2nd is good for all the people who we lost, All Souls Day. So if it's not a saint, but it is just one of your members from the family, then you can still think about them and celebrate their life, that they was here, that we have to think about it. And most of the time you see, and especially because it's a Catholic the church who is celebrate this evening. They honor all the people who is deceased, and they are in the graves, and on the graves they put up a light. So all on the cemeteries, the place where we left the body. Of course, the soul is going up to heaven, to the other world, but the bodies, we just left them on the cemetery. In the evening, the cemetery is magical light with many lights and fire baskets. They, yeah, it's a sort show. It's about a myth about all the people on the graves, on the gravestones. They put a light on it, and then just one go with the flame to it, and just think about them, and just having a nice moment for them to say thank you, you were here, and we still remember you, and that's what it is. So it's very nice to have as an offer to them, or a show moment, but to show your love, you still love them, and that's if you have the spiritual thing, it's one of the moments that you have in year that you can go for, going to the cemetery and having the magical nights, and especially when it is not rainy, of course, but then it's very special. Are we doing on the rest of this the earth? No, because I just look for which countries we celebrate this, and this is especially probably in Europe, because Andorra, Belgium, France, Hungary, Italy, Croatia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, sorry that I'm not spelling it right, Luxembourg, Monaco, Austria, Poland, Portugal, San Marino, Slovenia, Spain, and parts of Germany and Switzerland. So it's most probably in Europe, I think. We have this special thing going on. Probably the Catholic people were over there at that moment. And I don't know if there is other customs. I know St. Patrick Day is one of the St. Patrick. But we have in Holland also Sinterklaas. And he died on December the 6th. So they are celebrating his birthday on December the 5th. So it's also a little bit a saint day on December the 5th here in Holland. It's especially for young children, because in the early days we were thinking that Sinterklaas still was a part of the whole story, fairy tale, that he is giving the good kids who have a good behaving a present, but the people who were not behaving, who were naughty or doing bad things, they were kept in a bag and go to Spain, because Saint Claus came from Spain, they said. Anyway, yeah, of course, we have the other thing, which in the Christmas days, and Christmas is over there, and then we have also over there a very nice one. But of course, there is a lot of more saints. I've got here also different kind of statues here in my shop about saints, and some are very special. If you know the story, and my friends from Hoensbroek, they all know very much over the saints. So maybe I can introduce them to you once in a while if I got more information about it. But First, I keep it with my own information, and that's going to the All Souls Day on November the 2nd. Then we remember our loved ones. All Souls Day is a Catholic celebration, just also from the Catholic Church. That was somewhat forgotten, but is now increasingly celebrated in cemeteries. In the evening, the cemetery is magical light with many lights and fire baskets, while poets and musicians show their skills between the gravestones, memorials and memorial stones. But what in the original meaning is of the custom, and what in the difference between All Souls Day and All Saints Day, and what this has with Halloween. That's interesting, because Halloween, yes, original in Halloween, it's original England, UK. All Saints Eve was corrupted into Halloween. The original Catholic celebration changed into a wild, secular. There is a disconnection. I will wait. There is a disconnection. I will wait. Yes, I'm a reconnection, so we can go on. Maybe there is someone in the chat who would like to give the birthday name and the birthday from a deceased person. So maybe I can give you a message from her or him. If there is somebody on the chat, you can also send me an email, and that's not for this evening, but then for the next evening, and I will give you a reading for the person. So you can request a reading for somebody else. So if Livio would like to know something for a dear personality, then he can type me one of the emails on my email, hettydemetty@hotmail.com, and you can send me an email about a person who is deceased and they would like to know still something, but also about living one, because that's also possible. If the reading is going on, I don't want to call the names or birthday in this call, but then I will recognize to the person who is requesting it. So then the person who requested it, he or she can talk to the other one. And if it's for a deceased person, yeah, I hope I can give you a message. So come over in the chat, and I hope to meet you over there. You can still send me an email. Also, what you also can do is, if you like this video, you can give me a thumb. That's what also very good. I will email you. Thank you very much, Livio. Thank you. You can do it for somebody who's deceased, but also for a living one, of course, because what we are doing here on earth, we can still teach each other something. And if you recognize your skills, you can use the skills and you get some benefits of it. And I hope that will do. Okay. If there's somebody more who would like to know one, come over and give me. So email me on hettydemetty@hotmail.com, and that's the email I just every time I use. I will go to my email. Just moments. Wait a moment. Go see for the inbox. Last week I was on Wednesday. I was in a Dutch moment because Monday evening I do it in English, just like now. About 2 days I will do it in Dutch, and then last week there was a young girl, a young lady, who has a bird on her shoulder while she was here in our shop, and I made a little video about her, and you can see it on my Facebook. If you are in my Facebook page on Refill Lifestyle, you can see her. Her name is Sanne, and she called her little bird Loki. And Loki is playing hide and seek at that moment. Very nice one. Yes. Very nice. So I can see the email, and if there is an email, I will try to reach you. And very nice one. So send. Yes. Okay, I will go to my own story because when I was going to school, to a school for techno. Yeah, I would like to do something in what we call technique. So we have here schools for techno schools, low, middle, and high. It would say that it's about the level you would like to reach. And I did a house, and that he needs to clean up everything. Oh, just one moment. I had a recognition. Yes, I hope I am here again. So there was one moment that he has to go to home and to clean, but he had said that he come back later on the day. So we have a couple hours in between off. So I offered him to go with him and to clean the house because his mom was in hospital. I didn't knew why, but it just was. And I said to him that I offered my help to clean at home. Not that I was a professional cleaner, but yeah, of course. So we did what we have to do, and we came back from the last couple hours on this day. And I went at home, and I get a phone call. His mom came back from the hospital, and she was so very glad that everything was nice and clean at home. And she says she would like to thank you. I said, everything is okay, but why are you calling? And she says, maybe I am not here tomorrow anymore. And it was a moment, completely still at my line. At the line, hey, are you maybe not here anymore? And she says, I've got cancer, and this is the last days on earth. So if you would say hi, please come over and be welcome, because I would like to talk to you because you're a very special person. And I thought, okay. So I asked my mom if I could drive with her car to the place because it was an evening. And normally I went always with the bus from A to B. And so I was driving the car, just barely my license, but of course I could do it, and I did it. And I went to the home, and she was over there laying in bed because she was coming from home for the last couple of days. And the family was waking about her. At that moment I just sit next to her bed, and it's strange, but it is also very familiar that I'm here now. And so I said, okay. I talked to the guy who was my friend in school. I said to my friend, would you ask your mom some questions? And I said, why do I ask her? And I said, because she's going to die, and if it's a couple years later on, you would like to ask her, but she's not around anymore, then maybe you can ask in front of everything and in advance the questions about her thinking, her way of acting, or so we have a whole discussions, and it cost us a couple hours. But at the end, the lady was very pleased. She says, "You not only keep my house clean, you also help my son very much with dealing this all, and you're also helping me with dealing to go let go the whole world. So I can go if I would like to go." So the next day, I was wondering if my friend was coming on school, and he was not over there. So I thought, okay, this is not good. But of course, there was no any other news. So at the end of the day, I came home, and my mom says, "Are you not willing to bring the schoolwork to his house?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do that. I don't know, still not know anything about the situation." And the lady was still here. And I talk again a whole evening. And this is 2 or 3 evenings I went over there. And it was very nice and clear, and everything was good. Every time when I went, I left the place over there, we had very good conversations, and it was goodbye, and still she was here. So I was very surprised, but also talking to her, and I said, "Okay, if you are there, maybe we can give each other signals. Maybe you can give your signals to your daughters or to your son or your husband." So we had a little bit agreements about the signals. And one day on the morning, I stepped out of my bed and I saw signals. I said, "Okay, this should be, what we call the white flag. It is time to go." So I talked to her again, just from my bed. I just noticed that she was gone, and so I called my boy, the friend from school, not my boyfriend, but the friend from school. I called him and I said, "Okay, this is the moment. She passed," and he says, "Yes, this morning." And I set the time, and exactly that moment was it. So it was very special. It was my first time that I, of course, not the first time that I recognized something, but it was first time that I noticed that people were going to the stair of heaven and go away and say hi and take the last train to the other station. It was very special at that moment. So I went over the funeral. I was invited by the funeral, and it was very special because I was not in the front, but I have just right in the back. In Holland, we always say the family needs to be on front, and all the people who's from the family has sitting in between. The best friends need sitting in between, and all the kind of friends of the family could go in the back. So I stood there, I sat there, and I just saw everything just like a double vision. I saw the people over here, but I saw a lot of spiritual person around us. So that was very, very nice to have. Yep. That was very nice to have as experiments. Later on, we went to school, and the whole year it was good. I just succeed everything. I just passed my exams, and also this boy, he was very good with his hand. So he was the technical things to do also for me, and I just program all the things on the computer because CNC was at that moment for the first time the computerized number computer. Um, so that was what we did at that time. So I was programming, and he was the person with all the kinds we do in a shop. Together we went done. Then he chose an extra year just for the cars, to do all kinds of things with cars, automobiles, just like that. And I went to the practical thing. So we went out of each other, and he has gotten a very nice lady, but she was very jealous about me, but just because I was on the school and was not interested in her boy. We just have friendship and nothing more than that. So after school, we didn't have any contact anymore. So 10 years later, we just meet, run into the same station, and we saw each other and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" "Yeah, very good." So we can meet. Yeah, we can catching up. I was married at that moment, and I got 2 kids, and he was also married with 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy, and I got 2 boys. So we just met each other and had a date. We set up a date, and it was on Sunday. We come around, and I didn't expect it because in meanwhile I was very spiritual working. Have the first experiments on events with what we have here in Holland, spiritual events. So I was doing a lot of other things than only the technical things, and being mom is different than being a dad, but yeah. So we had completely different path after school, and I just have a good evening of good day at afternoon at their place. We have a cup of coffee, and we just sit down, and just in 1 second there was a lady next to his wife. And this wife of him, he was very sarcastic, and also not a believer, you understand? So, no, if you are not here anymore, then you are nothing anymore. That was her believing. And I know because there was some mutual thing going on in the earlier days, and between him and his mom and his whole family, that was so special. We knew that it was different, but in their marriage, there was one a believer and one not believer. And but in this case, the lady, her mother came, and she was very pacific, very worried, and not a nice face. And I said to her, "Is it possible that your mom died the last 10 years, that we don't have any contact?" And she says, "Yeah." And I say, "Did she wear always a raincoat with a scarf on it, under it, but also on it, and about her head?" She says, "Yeah." "Why?" "Yeah, it was not meant to be, but it was not my idea. But your mom is here, and she's worried about something. Please notice that she is worrying about the children of your brother. Not your children, but one of the children of your brother. See, he has this done the wrong medications, the wrong pills. It's something what it is on experiment ways. At first it was good, but now it doesn't work anymore, and it's not good for his little body. And he's not ready to go to the other world. She doesn't want to have him over the other world. So please notice and go to your brother." And this lady, she doesn't want to believe it. And she doesn't want to go to her brother to warn the brother about this medical situation. And so at the end, she called me 3 times after we left. 3 days in 1 week. And after 1 week, he was so pissed off of this lady. And he says, if you don't going, I'm going. Because I do think that Hattie, the Mattie, that was me, was right about it. And it seems that I was right. So, from that day on, I knew for sure that if the loved ones come over and give us signs and signals, please don't ignore them, but just catch them, embrace them, and say, okay, what can we do about it? So if you get a warning, please notify it, and please do something about it. And this time, the little boy is still alive. He's meanwhile probably a big guy from 23, 25 years. I don't know exactly, because my spiritual journey is already been 25 years. So he should be older than that. I think around between 25 and 30 years old. I hope. Anyway, that's why my story about spiritual things and about the Soul's Day. And if the people around us giving us signals and signs, please notify them and do something with it. Because sometimes it's a matter of death of life, And So when I was preparing this whole thing, I was thinking about the mom of my friend and about the spiritual thing from the mom of his girl, his lady. So his mom-in-law is what you probably should say. Yeah. So this evening I will dedicate it to them, but also to all your loved ones here anymore, but still in your soul, in your mind, in your life experiments. They are still here because their meaning where they was for. So everything what you get as in your DNA was coming from them. And everything what you are doing is love for them, from them and for them. So celebrate every life who was here and being very pleased about it. Even when we miss them and when we cried about them, we let them know that they are still here. And I love them. And you can say to them, I love you still. Because they are still in your heart and still doing all the kinds of memorable but also the miracle things what we could use here. We can use something here. I hope you can enjoy this evening, and I hope you had a good evening too. But if you didn't remember your loved ones, please do this. Just do a candle on it, make a little fire on a safe place, and think about them, but also put a picture on them. And maybe we can spend next week about not next week, because we have something to do next week, but maybe about 2 weeks we can do something about pictures, how to remember our loved ones and how to put them every day in your life. Because if we remember them and we do something with them in our thinking. Oh, I've got a disconnection again. And I've got a reconnection again. So thank you very much. So if you like this kind of videos and you would like to ask me something, I hope you will do it on the chat or by email. Send me then an email to hattydematti@hotmail.com, just like I put it in the chat. And maybe I can do it later on here too on the comments. If you need something from me, please come over. And I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Not so many more that not so many times that I would like to be, but I am on Instagram, and also I am on YouTube. I am on Facebook. So there is enough moments that you can put your questions somewhere and come over. Then I can help. I hope I can help, of course. Not that I am more power than everyone, but yeah, 25 years experiments helps me very much to be over there, and I love to be it. So if you have the time, if you are nearby, little one, you always live on Tuesday until Friday. We have here the shop open from 12 until 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. It's from 12 from after lunch until 4 p.m. Then our shop is open from Tuesday until Friday. And if you have other questions, come over and send me an email or send me a message. Please subscribe me, or just say to other friends they have to subscribe here, and then I can hope grow on an easy way. Have a good evening. Thank you very much. Please give me a thumb or subscribe. Help me with all the kinds of stuff, and I will say thank you and good evening. Bye to everyone. Bye, Livio.